another message from the author of the book, My Name is Alice, which I really recommend everyone to get. I believe it's available on Amazon, within regards to the horrors that actually occurred during the time period of the Holocaust. We are going to concentrate a message over here the author has sent me within regards to Tunisia. Unfortunately, they also suffered from the hands of the Nazis at the time period of the Holocaust. And it actually happens to be, the author says, that this month marks the victory of the Allied forces against German forces in Tunisia. Now, Tunisia is a country that first saw Jewish immigrants after the destruction of the first temple. Now, in Hebrew, we call it the temple, Bet HaMikdash, where the Jewish people carried the door of the temple. They had salvaged and carried it with them to an area, an island called DJARBA in Tunisia, and used it in the construction of their synagogue over there. Jews later came from Sephardic countries, Spanish countries, which they were forced to escape. Jews, unfortunately, were mistreated by the Christians who took over the country, but then the Arab government took over, and Jews and Christians were considered lower class and forced to pay a penalty, a fine, to live there, but were otherwise treated fairly well in general. Now, Tunisia became, let's say, a French protectorate in the 1900s, but in 1940, this protectorate became part of, let's say, the Vichy France. The Jewish people were mistreated, but it was too difficult to get Jews from Tunisia to Europe, and ultimate destruction in extermination camps there. The German forces took over in November of 1942. They tried to build a CREMATORIA within Tunisia, but did not succeed because of their preoccupation with staying in control in the region. The Tunisian Jewish people were forced to wear yellow stars and were forced into slave labor. But the difference between the European location and Tunisia was that when a slave laborer became too ill to work became too ill to work any longer here, the government leaders, together with the leaders of the Jewish Council, such as GHEZ, were able to have them removed, and others placed them in same positions. Some Jewish people, were targeted, and an Arab man by the name KHALED ABDUL-WAHAB hit them during the German stay. Tunisian Jews who were in France at the time were deported to their deaths, but in Tunisia only a few hundred perished from torture. The German army was defeated in Tunisia on May the 13th, 1943. It was a turning point in the war with the defeat of Rommel's plan. The Holocaust continued on continental Europe so much longer, in part due to refusal to act by Roosevelt and Churchill. But one lesson, the author says, that can be learned is the Holocaust happened to all of the Jewish people, be they from a Spanish, let's say, background, also we say Sephardic or Ashkenazic European or Levantine. Both Alice Muller and I, this is what the author says, authors of Al Tishkach Val Tislach, documented all such horrors to the Jewish people, regardless of their sector. And Alice has prayed for the safety of Jews in Tunisia, now targeted since 2021 by radical Islamic terrorists, which include a recent attack on a DJARBA synagogue there. She wonders why they have gotten to Israel, and I wish them to be free, to be where they wish. It is time for the Holocaust to teach us lessons of unity, achdut, as we say in Hebrew, of all the Jewish people. Although much of the Sephardic world was relatively protected, the goal of the terrible Nazis was to kill all of the Jewish nation. And if the soldiers in the IDF had read Alice Muller's books on the Holocaust and been more knowledgeable about the Holocaust in general, they would have paid attention to the spotters in the south and would have minimized any loss of life from the Hamas-led war against Israel began on October the 7th. But practiced and situated days beforehand, Jewish people have given us the polio vaccine. They have given us comedy. They have given so much of themselves to so many countries in which they live. We encourage Jewish people everywhere to make aliyah and return to their country, Israel, of origin, in anticipation of the Geula, or redemption now, and to encourage the world to see us as good citizens everywhere we are present in the meantime. Amen. This actually was given from the author of My Name is Alice, Tzipora Bat Ami, my co-author of My Name is Alice, by child Holocaust survivor Alice Muller. And this is not the first installment. We've done at least a dozen, let's say, messages the author has sent me within regards to this very, very important book. I'd recommend everyone to visit Amazon and get a copy of the book and watch over the previous videos and share the videos to other people. It's so important we encourage education within regards to the horrors of what occurred in the Holocaust. And it occurred all over pretty much the entire world. And we must remember, never again is now. So let's hope we'll see the rebuilding of the temple, the third temple, the third Bet HaMikdash, and just peace and blessings and harmony all across the world. So once again, thank you very much to Tzipora Bat Ami for these excellent messages from the excellent book she co-authored. And wishing you all blessings here from Israel. Thank you very much and blessings. Thank you.